me and other Kabbalists, the hatred and jealousy and envy and the Shana between the Jews was so great that when they would go to the Torah and go to the second temple, they're broadcasting all this negativity into the cosmos.
Right.
And we're supposed to be a light unto all the other nations. Instead, we're putting out all this negativity. And that's why the temple was shattered. Take it away from the Israelites, from the Jews. They're destroying the world. So instead of us destroying the world through the Torah and the second temple, broadcasting our envy and jealousy and victimhood, and look what he did to me, it was shattered. Now, they would be exiled, according to the Torah, into an idol worshiping nation. So Christianity was built to be that idol worshiping nation. But God didn't want to abandon us, obviously. This is from now Kabbalist Rabbi Moses David Valley, who was the teacher of Ramchal, Rabbi Moshe Chaim Luzzatto, and then he became his colleague when he saw the greatness of Rabbi Moshe, Chaim Luzzatto, the Ramchal. So Moses David Valley says that God didn't want to abandon us, both us and the Gentiles. He wanted to, furnish us with an umbilical cord, a connection to the Torah. But he also had to fulfill a decree that the Jews had to live in an idol worshiping nation amongst the Gentiles, as Kabbalist Rav Berg said, the gentle people, who they will, slowly, generation after generation, have their ugly egos washed away. The Jews at that time would assimilate into Christianity amongst the righteous Gentiles. Any negative Gentiles, reflection of us. We created them. Okay. So the secrets of the Torah, the Zohar, were put into Christianity to act as a lifeline. So if you took the secrets of the Zohar literally, Son of God, Trinity, it all comes from the Zohar in Judaism, believe it or not. It's idol worshiping. But the moment you put on the lens of Zohar, Kabbalah, and you look at it through that lens, you understand what it really means. It's pure Torah. And this was God's way of fulfilling the decree, but not leaving them abandoned. So that when it is time for redemption, both the Gentile nations will realize, oh my God, everything about Jesus, it's really Torah. And they'll come back. And the Jews will transform through the power of the Zohar and serve their role, which is to bring the Zohar, because the Zohar is the light of Mashiach. That's the light. It's the light of the second tablets that Moses had, which will bring the redemption when we transform. I can't go into the details now, but we'll have that Zohar energy and bring it to the world. So that was really the design. You know what I'm saying? So it was created. It wasn't like, oh, there was a mistake. Why did Jesus, and by the way, it wasn't Jesus. It wasn't Rabbi Yeshua. It was Paul.
Right.
Paul was sent by the Sanhedrin to build.
Okay, so I need to know really where is that from? Where did you hear that? Because that was revolutionary. Where did you hear that?
Oh, that's common amongst a few Orthodox rabbis in history. I forget who, but Rav Berg told me.
Okay, fine.
Okay, but there's more to it. And this goes back to Rashi. And I did a lecture, so it's on my site on it, that it was Peter who actually wrote up all the tenets, all the doctrines of Christianity. The Apostle Peter, whose name is even in the New Testament, Shimon Bar Yonah. Okay, who really created the structure of Christianity. So Paul served a role in terms of, he used to persecute Jesus, but then he's the one who, started gathering people but it was Peter, Shimon Bar Yonah, who actually constructed Christianity.
So it was done, just to clarify, it was done with intentionality by the Sanhedrin to create Christianity?
Yes. And using Peter, who's Shimon Bar Yonah, great sage, great Kabbalist, to actually do the encoding of Zohar. I mean, remember, what is Zohar?
This is crazy. No one knows knows this, Billy.
A
This
lot
is
of people do. A lot of, I mean,
I never
a lot in the closed Orthodox community.
don't know this.
Yeah. Yeah. Look, there's a prayer we do every Passover, Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, and every Shabbat. Nishmat Kol Chai.
Right.
It was written by Peter.
Peter. I just read that somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah, it was written by Peter. So the
Yeah.
rabbis do know it, but they don't talk about it.
Why don't they